Hey guys, I'm back with the flu. So please forgive my nasty voice. Um, so I'm just gonna go ahead and reapply the Chebe powder by first taking some white pieces of paper and lining my bathroom sink just to make sure I catch any debris. I'm also setting up some anime to watch in the background. I've got on my blue sweater instead of my white one to clean up any mess. I got my fenugreek oil, some water to spray in my hair, as well as the Chebe powder. So I'm basically just going to be taking these down and then reapplying the shea powder and putting them back up. So this is what my braids have been looking like for the past week. I just banded them all together so I can keep them all straight. So I'm going to start with half of my hair. I'm going to put half of it up to just keep it out of the way. And I'm just going to be doing one braid at a time. So the first thing I'm going to do is obviously to take the braid down. Now, what I didn't show in the last video, because for some reason it got deleted, was I actually straightened my hair. I didn't straighten it like bone straight or anything. I just kind of did a blowout just so that my hair was easier to manage. For me, it's easier for me to section off my hair and to braid it when it's a little bit straighter. So I did that beforehand. And now I'm just going to go ahead and take a pick and I'm going to be combing out my hair. This is just to get any sorts of tangles or anything out, just to make sure that my hair stays detangled. I didn't want any leftover debris if it didn't need to be there. By debris, I obviously just mean the Chebe powder. I tried using a pick like they did in the video, but it wasn't really getting me very far. So I ended up just using my wide tooth comb and it was a whole lot easier. So I'm just going to take my wide tooth comb and just comb out any of the Chebe powder as well as any tangles that may have accumulated in my hair over the past week. Now I'm just going to spritz some water into my hair. I don't want my hair to be soaking wet, I just want it to be well moisturized. So I'm just going to rub all that water in to make sure it coats all of my hair. Then I'm going to use my oil and I'm just trying to use a palmful at a time and then really trying to focus on my ends to make sure that my hair is very moisturized. And then I happen to put this in here. Guys, don't do this. Do not do this part. I thought I was trying to do better with my hair by putting in some extra moisture, but it ended up being way too much. I had no idea what I was doing, and it just was really sloppy and disgusting. And right here, I just realized just how much I had messed up. I just screwed up. Like, look at that. Ew. So don't do that. I would just stick with like the two palmfuls and then really just focusing on your ends. So I spent some time trying to wash all that off before putting the Chebe powder on. Alright, and now just really starting mainly at the bottom but trying to get all of my hair strands coated. I'm just going to put the Chebe powder on top of that oil and make sure that I get it all the way down to the bottom. Don't put it on your scalp because it can cause dandruff, so just make sure that you're getting it into your hair, and then I'm going to braid that section right back up. And it looks like this end I was able to get it pretty tightly, so I didn't really need to put a rubber band. It looks pretty tightly packed. It was still kind of soaking because of all the oil that I put in it, but that's obviously my bad. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the second braid and do the same thing. Just first off taking it down, then I'm going to spray it with water, put oil in it, put Chebe powder in it, and then braid it back up. Now I also do realize that some women are putting way more shea powder in their hair, so their hair looks a lot lighter than this. You can actually see it like from a far distance. I tried mimicking the video as closely as I possibly could, and I noticed that they weren't putting in enough shea powder to make their hair change color. They were just putting in enough to coat their hair strands. So I was doing the same. I didn't want to make my hair like look really dirty or to make it look like a lighter brown. I just put in enough to make sure that all of my hair strands were coated. So that's why my hair hasn't turned a whole other color or looks like it's being, it looks like it's sopping up mud, is because I really wanted to try to mimic the video as closely as I possibly could. So here we are, halfway finished. So what I do is I start doing the banding method. This is really to keep the braids in place because I don't want them going all over the place, especially when they're all oily and then sometimes the debris gets everywhere. So I take the first two, put them together, the middle two, and put them together. The back of my hair is is a little bit thinner, so I let it be on its own. And then I just take all three sections and I band all of those together going towards the back. So this way it makes kind of a ponytail and I can put it up into a bun and then cover it with a scarf if I need to go out. And last up, I'm just taking some black Jamaican castor oil and I put it right around my edges. My hair really loves this stuff and my scalp really likes it as well. So instead of using the fenugreek oil, I just try to use the raw black Jamaican castor oil solely on my scalp just for some added moisture. So here we are, finished product. I just put in a little bun. It's not the most perfect, but it really doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna put my hair right back under my little satin bonnet, and that's really it. Tell me what you guys think, and I'll be back later with another video on Chebe. All right.